You know what? The finale did it. I said I'm not sure if I would review season 3 just because Ruthless has gotten, a bit stale, and the fact that it's so far behind from where the Oval is, and, this and that. And I was just feeling like it really doesn't seem relevant to watch based on where the Oval is now. But this finale, oh my God. I just finished, and yes, like I said, I would do my best to watch the episode, have my review up in a timely manner, and let's just see how well this video does, because if it does do well, then that will definitely be like, I gotta tune in for season 3. But please, Tyler Perry Studios, put it out sooner than 6 months. If you want to wait until like maybe April, fine, maybe even May, but don't have us waiting all the way until like June or July. That's a bit too long. Let's just make the gap a bit smaller than 6 months. I feel like that would help. This episode had damn near everything I was looking for. From the moments that had me crying, laughing, to the moments that it just felt, if I could describe this episode, it felt like that saying, if you say it can't get any worse than this, then it gets worse than what you just assumed it to be. Basically, things got worse as the episode continued. It's like when one character got the upper hand, it seemed like, then, across the compound, another character was going through something even worse. It's just like things just progressively got worse and worse. And I think the main thing to focus on in regards to things getting worse is the highest and his disposition. Like, this dude was literally, you know how they say being calm is scarier than somebody who's just raging out, being angry. It's kind of like Fatima in the Sisters finale, when she was just so calm about the news in regards to Karen being pregnant and Hayden messing around with Zach. And even he was like, hey, you're a bit too calm about this, I'm afraid. That's exactly what it felt like watching the highest in the episode. I will give this episode a solid 9 out of 10, just because the only reason I didn't give it a full 10, there was a moment, and I'll get to it soon. It's when Daikon was out with Tavia to try to lure Tally out of hiding, and he gets a phone call in the middle of him on the megaphone trying to get, Sister Tally, I have someone here who wants to see you. Come out wherever you are. Like, it was literally basically, trying to lure her out. And Tally is within hearing range where she could like poke her head out and see them in the field, but she doesn't, thankfully, because her back is up against a tree, and Daikon and Tavia were literally facing in that direction. Basically, if she poked her head out, she would have been spotted. Now, Lynn calls him on the phone. He gets a phone call from Lynn. I'm thinking when he got the phone call, oh man, it must be to get him back to the compound immediately. But no, it's from Lynn. I am not going to lie. It took me 3 minutes. I paused the episode and I was determined not to look it up. I literally sat in my chair for 3 minutes trying to remember who the freak is Lynn. And then it dawned on me, oh wait, that's Brian's wife. That was part of the reason I did not give this episode a 10 out of 10, because even though we stuck the episode completely at the compound and into the woods, if you will, of the compound, I was engaged the entire time. But we're at this end of season 2. We still don't know who got shot in the shower at Andrew's house. We're just losing touch on the outside world. That's my biggest gripe about Ruthless right now. But this episode, I get it. It was the finale, so it was supposed to be intense. I feel like all the repetitive, dragged out episodes of the season led to this. I do think that this episode was better than the season 1 finale. I will say that. Now, before moving forward in the review, make sure you take a moment to, okay, actually, let me say one more thing before I go into the review. When Oliver said, get on the ground, Tyrone, I paused the episode. I was running up and down the hallway laughing my ass off. I was in tears. Get on the ground, Tyrone. I lost. I mean, there was a moment between Andrew and the elder mother that had me laughing, but I didn't pause the episode. I let the scene play out. But when Oliver rolled up with Paula and Lacey on Andrew and the highest, I was done. I was freaking done. Okay, all right. Now, before moving forward into the actual review, and this episode and just me doing the beginning part of this review, this reminded me of why I love Ruthless, because I'm able to cut loose and have fun. I had a lot of fun with the episode. Okay, make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Also, take a moment to hit subscribe, because remember, we are closing in on 200,000 subscribers here on the channel. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. So really, you don't want to miss out. I have a lot of content coming your way today and tomorrow. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Okay, so Ruthless Season 2, Episode 19, The Raku Way. Again, I scored it a 9 out of 10. Alright, so remember at the end of Episode 18, and keep in mind I posted reviews for the last 4 episodes this week. So if you're like, Jeremy, where are your reviews? I posted them all. They're already on the channel. The highest opened the trunk of the car, and Lilo was in there. Joan is just like River. She's just chunking, her guts out because she can't stand to watch. The highest hits Clark for not knowing that Lilo was, what kind of soldier are you? You can't even identify the body. Oh, I'm sorry, your highest. Joan is called over. Joan, come over here. Your highest, come over here. Yes. Can you tell me if that's Lilo? Yes. Is that his body? Yes. I think he was even like messing with the head or something like that. Just like, hey, are you sure this is him? Are you sure this? I don't want to do that. Look, I got a queasy stomach, and I mean, I know that this was a dummy. And I got to thank one of the actors. I forgot who it was, but weeks ago, they're like, hey, man, I know in one of your reviews, you said you're kind of queasy. There are certain scenes you don't watch, but don't worry, the Lilo in the back of the trunk, you obviously know it, but just so you know, to feel at ease, it's just, a chopped up dummy. I'm like, okay, obviously, yeah, but just hearing that from them was reassurance in itself. So, yeah, it was just hilarious because the highest is like, look at this. That reminded me of SpongeBob. Look at it. When SpongeBob has that stinky breath and Patrick is holding him up in the movie theater, just leaves in horror. But basically, who was it that said Lilo had left? It was Oliver. So he gets Clark up and tells him to go to the punishment trailer to get Oliver right away. Yes, your highest. Get your effing gun. Yes, your highest. So from there, he tells Joan to go get the elder mother now, and he also tells Manny to go get Andrew. So, the highest is just pissed off. Fuck! Because he knows this is the end. This is a senator's son. The government's going to come. It's all over. And he just chills by the car for basically the entire episode, except for like the last scene. So Joan rushes to the money trailer to get some paperwork and like a letter. We just see her like, rustling through some things. She puts them in a robe and then she bounces. Clark actually calls for Oliver. Oliver, brother, I need you to come out here. And remember, Zane was the one that got Oliver a gun, if I remember correctly. And that's when she got, raped by Manny. So basically, Oliver is wanting him to come in because obviously if he doesn't come in, then Oliver loses the element of surprise. So it's a good thing that the highest told him to bring his gun. So he comes in and they pretty much have a standoff. He's like, look, I ain't got nothing to lose. If you kill me, Oliver, the soldiers are going to come in here and take you down. And if I kill you, well, it doesn't matter because I'm probably going to die anyway. I mean, Clark has screwed up a lot recently, and he knows that it's probably the end of the road for him. And it's a damn shame because their dynamic was one of the things that held me into season 2, the Clark and Oliver dynamic. And here you are with them pointing guns at each other. Basically, Clark is like, look, either way, you're dead and I'm dead. So you got to ask yourself one question, Oliver. Are you feeling lucky? A fight ensues and Oliver obviously overpowers Clark and he kills him, gets the keys, and that was pretty intense. Sorry, brother. Now, Ruth and Andrew have a brief conversation. There is no luck with getting Tavia. Daikon has her in the woods to try to lure out Tally. And he'll try to go to the store, I think, to get the salt that Ruth needs for the kitchen. And I'm thinking to myself, look, Andrew, you ain't going to no store. There's a lot going on right here. Salt is the last thing you need to be worried about. And Tally was a runner in high school, so Ruth is pretty confident that she could hold her own while she's on the run in the woods. I mean, she's like, Andrew, you have to help her. And I'm thinking, girl, there's a lot of shit going on in the compound. Don't nobody give a damn about Tally right now. You got a lot on your plate to worry about. So, yeah, it was the cyanide that she wanted the salt to replace. And I was right. I did a video on that yesterday. Now, the highest apparently admires Jim Jones and what he did with his cult. So they know that any minute now they're all going to die unless they do something. And he asked Ruth to go see the highest to keep him calm. And I'm thinking, nope, not a good idea right now. It's like I said before. It's like they're trying to put out one fire over here in the corner of the room without realizing that the entire house is like, yeah, they're trying to put out a fire that's happening in the living room without noticing that the upstairs bathroom, the bedroom, the attic, the basement, all that stuff is on fire too. Now, Oliver gets Paul and Lacey out of their punishment trailer and says, hey, keep low, let's get out of here. So I'm like, damn, I did not expect this. I honestly thought them to be killed off a while ago. So, in the finale. I'm glad I didn't do a video where I was talking about who will die in the finale. Like, I had some ideas, but I would have been dead wrong, pun intended. So we go over to the washroom, and Melinda and Zane are doing laundry, and Melinda's still on that, I'm trying to get up out of here, and Zane's like, don't do it. And it's funny, I feel like I wasn't even rolling my eyes at this scene because I'm like, okay, here we go with the repetitiveness. But it's basically like we've seen so many characters try and fail to escape, and Melinda is finally opening her eyes as to not being in a place where she thought she was, basically realizing the Rakudushi aren't who she thought they were. And it's like, have you not been paying attention? I mean, maybe it's because she was out with Poke for so long that she was unaware of all the other people who tried to get out and got killed. So I'm going to leave here. That's not going to work. I don't care. And I'm going to go to the bathroom. And if I run, and if they catch me and bring me back here, I'm going to kick your ass. Sure. So basically, she gives her insight. Hey, there's a side gate. A dude named Manny is watching it. He might be able to get you out if you trade him sexual favors. But just in case, here's a knife. Oh, I know how to use this. Which I found hilarious because remember, she stabbed Poke in the jugular and killed him. But, she thanks her, is like, hey, you haven't escaped, so don't thank me yet. So Melinda bounces. After that, Joan rushes in right as Melinda's about to go to the bathroom. And she hands over the bank books and a letter. And Zane's like, what's this? This is basically a folder of all the paperwork about this place. Go to the police, mail this letter off, send it to my family, and I'm about to cross over any minute now. Basically encouraging Zane and saying, you can make it out of here. And then she just rushes out, and Zane's like, what the? I'm thinking the whole time, like, look, how the hell is Zane supposed to get up out of here? I mean, everybody who was supposed to be in the group of deserters are either being punished or locked away or possibly being killed. And Zane is just like, what the hell? So that was pretty much that scene in a nutshell. And I'm just thinking, wow, this is my first page of notes and there's still so much more to talk about. Okay, so this scene right here is like, it had me going, okay, this is some Elder Mother's full of shit, but it was hilarious. Andrew knocks on the door. Basically, remember, he's trying to get sent to the store, under the guise of, oh yeah, Daikon sending me on an errand. And the Elder Mother, she's in like her night robe, but not her robe. And she's like, oh, well, come on in. I don't think that's a good idea, Elder Mother. I just wanted to ask you something about going to the store. No, please, come in, but you're not dressed. I'll wear my night robe. It's okay. So he comes on in, and basically she tries to flirt with him the entire time when, what do you need to go to the store for? Oh, Brother Daikon sent me on an errand, and is there anything you need? If you just tell me, I can make sure to pick it up for you. Oh, there's something you could do for me. What's that, Elder? Take off your clothes and lay with me. Well, Elder Mother. Andrew's reaction to this was just too much. I was just sitting here like, man, the entire compound is about to go down in smoke, and the elder mother still wants to get in on. I had some herbs for you. Trust me, it'll be a good time. Elder mother, I can't do that. And look, you little liar. What are you talking about? See, you've been lying all this time. I'll tell the highest. Basically, if you don't lay with me, I'll go to the highest. I'll say that you're lying. Elder, you wouldn't do that. Yes, I would. And then there's a knock on the door. And then there's another knock. Elder mother goes, what? And then there's another knock on the door. And then Andrew opens the door. I didn't tell you to open it. And it's Joan. She's like, look, the highest needs to see you, elder mother, and Andrew, you too, immediately. Oh yeah, yeah, I'll go. So Andrew rushes off because, he can't wait to get the hell up out of there. And the elder mother's like, let me get dressed. I'll be there as soon as I can. Now, Tally is still on the run, and oh yeah, I mentioned this briefly at the beginning, but yeah, Tally is on the run still, hiding behind trees. Daikon pulls up with Tavia on the four-wheeler to lure her out with the megaphone, and she stays strong. I was waiting for this to happen. I'm surprised Daikon didn't try this. I don't know if it was either this time or the next time we jump to the scene. And actually, I'll talk about both of these scenes together. So like I said before, in the middle of trying to lure her out, Lynn calls saying that she wants to go to the compound. And Daikon says, hey, I'll call you back, but we can try to make that happen. So that was our only touch of the outside world in the episode. So again, Lynn, I guess it's coming in season 3, but no, we know the compound's still going to be there because Ruth is there in the old season 3, but whatever. So there's a moment where Daikon says to Tavia, do you want to see your mother? And she nods her head. She really wants to see you. I was actually thinking that Daikon would give Tavia the megaphone and have her go, Mommy, I want to see you. I was thinking he would do that. I'm surprised because Tally was literally breaking down. She knew it was a trap, but I thought that maybe hearing her voice would be enough for her to come out. And then we go to a few scenes later and they're still out there. He says, I'll give you 30 minutes. So Daikon gets another call, and I'm guessing it's a call to go back to the compound. We don't know who called him, but again, I'm guessing it's to go back to the compound. And he takes Tavia back on the four-wheeler, and they leave, and Tally, watches them leave, and she again just breaks down because that's her baby girl. Now, Andrew approaches the car, and the highest tells him to look in the back. He opens the trunk a little bit, and then he kind of like, because obviously he knows the body's there because he put it back there with Oliver. But, the smell is probably too much. He didn't throw up, but you could tell he was trying to hold it down. And he's like, who is that, your highest? The senator's son. Look, I can take the car and put it in the bottom of the lake, just like with the deputy. I could do this, sir. Let me do it. It doesn't matter. The government's coming. So it's funny because Andrew is trying to keep him calm, but that's the thing, he's already calm. We all gotta die. The government, the cartel, they're all coming for us. No, your highest, I can how are you going to get the car? We don't know where the keys are. I can hotwire it, sir. And it's so funny because he's like a little kid who's like messed up. He's trying to get on his parents' good side. Mommy, look, I'm trying to fix it. Do you see? He opens the car. Look, your highest. Look, he opens the car. He's trying to look. I'm trying to do it, sir. I'm trying to do it, sir. But the highest is he's staring off into space. He doesn't even care. So Zane and Ruth have a pretty good moment here. I think they're meeting up in the kitchen, and Zane is pretty much recapping that, hey, Melinda, she's already tried to leave. Joan gave me all this paperwork, and I left it in the laundry room. She's talking about giving it to the police, so she might off herself soon because she said something about crossing over. And, they try to figure things out. And the thing is, here's the thing about this scene I really love. Ruth tells Zane, call me Ruth. You don't have to call me Elder. And I'm like, aww. And then Ruth is like, okay, let me get up out of here. Let's try to figure things out. So they're trying to put their heads together because remember, at this moment, those are the only two of their group left. Tally's left, even though, obviously River and Joan didn't want them in the group to begin with. A bunch of the other members like Oliver and them, they're in punishment. They don't know they got out yet. Joan is possibly going to die soon. River's in the cooler. So it's literally Zane and Ruth against the world, it seems. So Behind the buses, Oliver and Paula and Lacey are ducked down. He is basically illustrating on the ground with his finger, like, just trying to pretend with his finger and a stick on the ground, like, hey, this is how you drive a stick. Wait. Lacey's like, wait, aren't you going to drive? Look, if something happens to me and I go down, I want to make sure you are able to get out of here. So it's like basically driving this, riding on the seesaw. One of you go up and down and whatnot. And while they're trying to figure things out, I love how Paula's like, wait, what do we do again? She's that person that's like, okay, here's the plan. We got the plan. Okay, good. Wait, can we go over it one more time? And then while they're trying to do this, there's like a knock on the cooler, because they're literally right beside the cooler behind the buses, and somebody's in there. Man, I was like, I ain't opening that thing. Look, we gotta help them. Look, if you want to help, you open it. So they open it up, and I'm a dumbass because I thought it was just, they called it the cooler because it was just a cooler. I didn't think it was hooked up to anything. I ain't know. I thought it was just, a cooler as in, after a cookout, you let the cooler drain out and dry out and just sit it. But no, this cooler was actually active. So freaking, River, he comes out looking like Mr. Freeze or something. He's damn near blue. I mean, remember beforehand, he looked like Jason, light, bright, damn near white, but he comes out frozen like a fish stick. And they're like, we gotta help him. Look, he on his own. We got to get the hell out of here. And then Lace like, you know what? Yeah, we got to go. So we spend like 2 minutes of River trying to collect himself off the ground. He's flailing, and then he eventually manages to get his body pressed up against one of the buses so he can like walk off screen. And I'm like, that poor. I'm pretty sure he would have jumped in the car too if he could, but they didn't have time. I mean, they really did not have time. So after that, Manny approaches Melinda as she's looking at the gate, the back gate that they kind of resealed that had that hole where people were escaping from. And basically, she says, oh yeah, the elder mother sent me to get some berries. Oh, I'm going for a walk. Basically, it's like, a flirtatious kind of thing. And there's like this little box that Manny was standing by. And essentially, Melinda was like, hey, I can get in the box. You stand in front of it and put your dick in my mouth. And I'm thinking, holy shit. And then she licked her lips. I'm like, well, I mean, but then again, knowing that she's not afraid of using a knife, okay. So in any case, Melinda goes in and Manny sticks it out. And from there, it's like, hey, one, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So, Melinda, damn, this is literally like SNL. The Lonely Island with Justin Timberlake. It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box. Yay. Seriously, if you understand that reference in the context of the episode, you will understand where I'm coming from. It's literally the same thing. Melinda's in I explaining the joke ruins it, but if you get it, you're one of the good ones. Basically, the highest grows impatient with Andrew. What? You thought you could do it, Andrew? No, and you can hear him kind of cranking up. Hey, it's working, you high. It's like, it's coming along. I got it. Don't worry, it's coming. So, the elder mother and Joan approaches. And, what is it, your highest? What took you so long? You had me waiting? Well, I can't move as fast as I used to. Were you ever able to move fast? This is all your fault. Backhands her to the ground. What is it, your highest? You deserve to die, you dumb bitch. You knew one of the girls was being effed by Lilo, and from there, Oliver was messing around with her. What are you talking about? And I'm thinking to myself, I would feel bad for Elder Mother, but look at what she did to Melinda. It's just like with Daikon. Whenever they're on the receiving end of the highest rage, there's somebody to look out for them. Like River vouches for Daikon, so the highest is no longer mad with him. Ruth, Zane, so many others have tried to comfort the elder mother whenever she was upset, but they don't have that same mercy whenever they're in a position of power over somebody else who's in trouble. So I don't feel bad. So from there, the car starts. Andrew's like, I got the car started, you highest. It doesn't matter. It's too late. They're coming for us. And then we get to the part that I told you about. Oliver has Clark's gun. Lacey has the, I'm just going to call it the pea shooter in comparison to Clark's gun. And they got a point. Their faces are hilarious, but it's like full of anger and determination. So Clark rolls up. Get on the ground, Tyrone! And the highest is stone faced. Andrew's like, brother, get out the car, Andrew. Brother. Think about what you're doing. Lacey, Paula, get in the car now. Paula, get in the car first. Lacey, keep the gun pointing on him. Brother, think about this. No. You sold us all these lies. You're a liar, and I'm not your brother. So it's like if you kill us, if you shoot him, we're all dead. I'm getting the hell up out of here. I want out. So they climb in the car and they drive off. And the highest is like, Andrew, get Rock. I think he says Raku. I think that's like the name of one of the vehicles. So it's like basically Andrew is sent to go chase after them. And he tells the elder mother, who she's like, oh shit, oh my God, go prepare. The punch in applesauce. Yes, your highest. And she's limping behind him. Now we go over to Melinda, who earlier Mandy's like, no teeth. But then she's like, that's not my teeth. And I wouldn't move quickly because one wrong move and I want to cut it off. And I think he takes the knife from her and stabs her and leaves her in the box. And then he walks away and I'm like, well, that's another one dead. So, and it's kind of ironic because she killed Poke with a knife. It's like, what do they say? Those who live by the knife die by the knife. And I know it's sword, but we're talking knives here. So Melinda did not make it out. We got 2 dead bodies, I believe, Clark and Melinda. Now, for the final scene, Daikon comes in. The highest has his sword, and he's basically losing his shit, talking about how the government's going to kill us, the cartel. And he claims that Daikon is a liar. You knew about Lilo. You knew about Oliver. Now he's left with the body. I can go get him, sir. No, Andrew's going to do it. You're a dragon, and dragons need to be slayed. So he stabs Daikon, and it's like, there's no tension here because Daikon is in the Oval Season 2 and Season 3, so he's not dead. And that's the episode. Yes, this is the episode that saved Ruthless for me. I will review Season 3. Holy crap, this was a great episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll do my Season 2 overview video either today or tomorrow. But yeah, this episode, holy crap. Hopefully, Oliver and the girls can get the hell out of there. Because, well, why wouldn't they? I know Andrew is going after them, but even so, they got guns. Yeah. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I just said a few seconds ago, this episode was just all that and a bag of chips. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And we'll just have to wait and see how many people are able to either make it out alive or be alive up until the point of the Oval. Remember, we still don't know how Dale leaves and goes to DC, or I'm guessing that, that's why Ruth goes to get the money from Barry because they need the money to pay off the cartel. But like I said, only time will tell. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.